Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. I just adore the comments that are coming in on particular topics, and I just want to share them with you guys because it's incredible. The amount of thought-provoking, eloquent, intelligent comments that really arrive to this channel is just mind-blowing, and I'm so grateful. It's like thought processes, running through the core of the bunker in the comment section, which are the roots to this fertile soil that we are all creating together. It's so freaking amazing because, so many channels out there, and most of them, when I check them out, and I love reading the comments, but most of them just really don't have the substance. I mean, the comments are in many channels, they're just like, short, snappy, I don't know. But what you guys, deliver on my channel, it's mind-blowing. Thank you so much. So let's get straight to it because we got to share them with everybody. So, let's see. All right. So, Stupman, how you doing, sweetie? On my Fashion is Dead video, a little story, then some comments. You made it rain up in here with this one. Oh, my dear friend Calvin is one of those upbeat people. One day he was less than chipper. So I inquired as to his well-being. He said, actually, I'm fine. I just can't be Merry fucking Sunshine every day. Life is like that. Add more lipstick and attack. Fashion. Again, we'll quote Mademoiselle Chanel. Fashion changes, but style is eternal. She also said that she is style. So, you know what I mean? Like the girl had an ego going for her. You know what I mean? But yeah. How true is that? Big woo if nothing is fashiondom. If nothing in fashiondom is catching your eye at present. Wait a season or a year and something will come along that makes your heart go pitter-pat. Failing that, you can look at Ralph Lauren's line and realize that boy hasn't had an original idea since Rudy Valley was cranking out albums and yet cries all the way to the bank. Yeah, but I guess Ralph Lauren is considered, classic, so just like the polos sell, just like Lacoste. Everybody wants a little crocodile on there, little alligator or a little crocodile on their little polo, little snippy snappy thing on their polo. Anyway, Schitt's Creek. I knew there was a reason I loved you. How kind of Eugene Levy to employ his entire family. I'm holding off on season 3 because Amazon isn't letting me watch it for free at the moment. I'm cheap like that. I'm absolutely captivated by one scene where Catherine O'Hara and Daniel Levy resurrect an old family recipe. Her mother's enchiladas. I love to enchiladas. I can't talk like Moira. Oh, those vocals, she can expand them like no other. But she always smiles. She smiles, and the S's, I think, are, yes, she always turns a little bit like this so that she can say things in the right way. I think I got it almost. Almost. Catherine, I'm so sorry. I would never ruin your performance because you are a goddess. So, anyway, this was just my love for you, not trying to mock you in any way. Or being a shady bitch. As she can be. Me, she, he, me. The thing that's sitting in front of you right now in a clown outfit. No, actually it's not. This is the punk take of Jeremy Scott for Adidas back in the day with the ruffles and everything. It's a classic Adidas track top, but it's ruffled and it's, punky. Anyway, I digress. The enchiladas. Notwithstanding the fact that I have a little man crush on Daniel Levy. That's beside the point, though. I would love to fold his cheese. Ahem. Crickets? Okay. Did he go there? Yes, he did. Finally, my sympathies. I popped my first Zyrtec this morning And all I can smell is flonase, damned horny trees around here. This too shall pass with the fashion season. Fret none, mon cher. Oh, this is an amazing comment. Thank you so much, sweetie. This really brings me smiles to my face. You know, oh, the fret. Well, you said fret not, but I love the Blanche Devereaux version of fret none. Don't you fret none. You know, so you have hay fever or, you know, like grass allergies. I do too. It's a mess. And there are days when I just don't want to leave the house. I mean, you know, sometimes I just got to take really quickly a pill, and then it takes like an hour or two until it, you know, starts really working. But then you need to take them for a couple of days for them to, like, to protect you completely. So, and yet, even though sometimes my nose is full and running and I'm sneezing, I still cannot stop smelling things, you know? I always can sense odors. Odors, not always fragrances, unfortunately. Anyway, my dear. So, moving on to Erin Murphy. How you doing, Erin, sweetie? Dacob, thank you for your honesty. We all have experienced feeling puce. To one extent or another. I know it's feeling magenta, but doesn't puce communicate the blah feeling so much better? It's like all of the color and energy has been drained away. Your special challenge as someone trying to cultivate a thriving and thoughtful YouTube channel is being honest about being bored. Because we have this fear that being bored is boring. Oh my God, this is so true. Like, you nailed it. You nailed the sycamore tree coffin made in Egypt on the head. The nail in the coffin. You nailed it on the head. Bam. This was very complex and sick. Anyway, you know what I mean. So, yes. Oh my God. You know, the fear of being bored, that like admitting that one is bored is considered boring and like a risque in a channel like this one. F-U-C-K, no. The F-U-C-K-N-O-T. You know what I mean? I'm a human being. I've said this before. I'm not a robot. I cannot go in entertainment modus the second the camera turns on. Why? I'm not like a moderator for a show. You know, I'm not like moderating some talk show. I would be different if I were, because then it's a different, you get a salary, you're paid, it's your job. You know, I am literally... I'm a split kind of character here, because there is a part of me that's a character, but it's completely me. There's nobody editing this. It's me doing everything. So this is me. I transpire through me. I transpire through me. Wow, that was deep. There's like, you know, there's a shell, and then you kind of go through that shell. Now, yes, because, you know, the body is the body. So my essence transpires through this shell, which is me, which is the body. So anyway, I digress. Being bored is something natural. Just like being sad sometimes is natural. Tears, laughter, joy, you know, pain, pleasure. These are all parts of life. So is being bored. And being bored doesn't necessarily always have to do with being spoiled. You know, just like, oh, get a life, do something. Wait a second here. You know, because I've had some other comments as well that are not as fun as all y'all's are that I'm reading. You know, that kind of veer towards that other direction of saying, well, then do something. Don't forget that right now I'm doing something. I'm making a video. I'm producing stuff. I'm editing it. I'm doing everything on my own. So what does this mean? This means that I am allowed to, while I'm working, describe an overall state of affairs in general. You know, I said I was really bored with the fashion situation at the moment. That doesn't mean that I am Mr. Loserville that's not doing anything out of his life. No, I have a fulfilled life. I'm working. I'm doing, you know, what needs to be done, what needs to get done. I'm very structured and organized. Nevertheless, one can still be bored. It doesn't mean that, you know, you need to have like a job. And then another comment that was mentioned, like, you know, oh, at the moment you don't have a job, so you're a little bit more out of a rhythm. No, that's not true at all, actually. I have my own rhythm now, which is amazing, much better than the rhythm I had when I had a job. There's this, in my personal opinion, sick notion that we have, thinking that, oh, okay, we're better off having a job, paid by some boss, some company, because like then we don't get really depressed. We don't get a chance to really think. I think that's horrible. It was because my job was making me sad and depressed on a long term that I had to quit it. You know what I mean? Yes, it was a routinized job, and yes, people coordinate stuff for you. You got to wake up at that hour. You got to be there. You got to do that. You got to execute, certain tasks, blah, blah, blah. And so like you come home tired at night, you get a good night's sleep, you wake up the next morning and you go to work again. Wow. Groundbreaking. You know what I mean? Like that does not a happy person make. Those are false preconceived notions of what happiness is. Like, oh, heaven forbid, he has his own rhythm. He's his own person, he's an artist that's creating something artistically speaking, and so he goes through positive and negative phases. Heaven forbid, get a life, get a job. That's not what this is about. I repeat, when I spoke about being bored and depressed from the fashion world at the moment, I was actually working, creating a video while I was saying it. It wasn't like I was in bed alone, self-commiserating myself, pitying myself, not doing anything, and just like kind of, in my own loop, zoned in space. No, I was actually communicating to the world, expressing these emotions to the world, which is extremely productive on the long run. Because why? Well, first of all of y'all's comments are incredible to that particular video in particular. And second of all, I've noticed that a lot of you have been tickled by this topic because a lot of you also have a lot to say in this regard. And that's what's amazing. And that's proof is in the pudding. And the proof is that in this case, saying what you really mean and what you really feel is the best way to go, because people then relate to you, because like they've been through the same shit you've been through. Why should we be ashamed to show people that we cry? Why should we be ashamed to tell people that we're bored of certain things or depressed or whatever, because everybody's been through it. Nobody's a kind of a machine, nobody's a robot. Yes, this society kind of forces us into these weird preconceived notions of like, heaven forbid, like especially in America, there's this, in other countries that's not the case, but in America there's this like way of saying hello is like, how are you? Nobody really gives a fuck how you are. They ask you, how are you? It's just a thing that you say, how are you? And then you don't even answer like, oh, I'm good, fine, well, thank you, how are you? No, actually, let's come to a point where you say, how are you? And then the other guy answers, how are you? And then you just move on. And I'm like, okay, so we're just going to stay here with a question. Heaven forbid we had an answer to that question. Because first of all, the person asking doesn't give a fuck. Second of all, if you were to start telling them how you really feel, they might freak out because they're not used to anymore listening to emotional stuff. Well, things got to change, boo. Because we have to get back to our roots. We have to be free to express emotions, And that's why I feel fucking amazing that you guys are expressing your emotions freely in the comment section of it, because I feel that you do not feel fear, that you do not feel oppressed or judged by anybody within the fashion bunker. And that's what's amazing. And that's what's worth the fight for me. And that's what's worth the struggle for me. And that's what's worth all the work that I'm ultimately doing, building up this channel. And boy, it's a tough cookie, It's a tough cookie. I'm not like conventionalizing things, I mean, look what I'm wearing. This is nothing that you're going to see somebody else wear on YouTube today. You know what I mean? It's like nothing about me is conventional. Well, unfortunately, some aspects should be conventional, like, love, respect, and all that stuff that I preach all the time, because I think everybody should abide by those type of kind of essential needs that make us live and grow. No, but anyway, I digress. What I want to say is, I'm losing totally the train of thought, my thread. What I want to say is this. I am extremely grateful to you guys for showing me that you also are not afraid. You know what I mean? It means the world to me. Because when you're not afraid, I'm also less afraid. And when we're like, this way we achieve so much because we just build upon each other in the positive way. We don't troll each other. It's not like I'm telling you, oh, you loser, oh, you this, oh, you that, oh, you moron, da, 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 da. No, I'm telling you, you're going to make it. You are amazing. You're a freaking sunshine. You are that light in the sky, and people should follow that light. And then when everybody follows the light, everybody becomes light. And so passing through darker phases, being depressed, being sad, is normal, natural. And I, goddamn it, am sick and tired of people telling me that it's not that way. It is. It is. It is. Whether you're rich or poor, horrible separation and class systems, and this world is a freaking mess. And we have the first world countries, second, third, for freaking 100th world countries as well. And that's awful. And despite the hunger and the pain and the love and the pleasure and all of these contrasts and paradoxes, still everybody can get bored, depressed, and be happy. Be happy with nothing, with very little that one has, or being super depressed with all the riches that one has. Money doesn't make you happy. We all know that, you know. So, whatever. But I consider it incredible that all of y'all, you know, have overcome this facade that you see here. And this is a protection mechanism. I dress this way when I go out. Because, you know, the person that wants to contact and communicate with me, they have to let go of fear and preconceived notions. So, this is a facade that literally blocks off the ones that do not wish to approach anything different from them. Because once you peel off like an onion, this layer off of me, and like you finally have, for those of you that subscribe to my channel, that follow me and that know what I'm talking about by now, really know, you know, that there is something to be said about surface, but and most of my videos begin in the surface, but then they go deeper. Then we dig. We peel off all of those layers of the onion and we go deeper. Even if I make a freaking video of a Chanel bag, yes, I'm going to start talking about a Chanel bag, but you know very well that by the end of that video, we're going to change topic and we're going to touch base on history and heritage, on emotional stuff, you know, not just the fact that, you know, hi everybody, this is Dacob. You know, guys, I've been like, you know, I wanted to buy this bag for such a long time. I don't have a bag here. Let's do another example. Okay, here, old Gucci sunglasses, Tom Ford era. I was like really wanting to buy them, and I finally bought them. And I don't know, guys, what do you think? Like, do they look cool? Because I think they look really cool. And they're like, you know, gold and stuff. And then when you put them on, like, you know, you could like go out and do stuff, the hair, and then you're like, yes, mama. And so I really love them. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'm like so excited to have shared this with you. Tomorrow I'm going to buy something new. That's like, to be euphemistic, 80% of, you know, fashion YouTube channels out there. And I don't even think that people just want to show off what they have. I just think that they don't know any better. I think a lot of them literally, they think that, you know, they're like lambs or sheep, you know, that has to follow the rest. Like one says bah and everybody goes bah, you know, and they just kind of follow what the masses are doing. But you got to break through that. You got to kind of chip your way into that horrible thick wall and just like break through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. I'm not going to sing it. I really want to, but I'm not going to, because you don't want Dacob to sing. I do though. I would love to know how to sing. It's just I don't got, I mean, I have a voice, obviously, but I just, yeah. Anyway, so, yes. Oh, it's going to cut us off. Oh, God, all the comments are so long. We're going to have to make another video. I'm telling you. This is incredible. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to end it here because it's like getting super long and the camera dies on me all the freaking time. Wow, this was intense. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I really did. It really kind of energized me beyond, you know, beyond all expectations. That was Moira again. I couldn't help myself. I had to do Moira again. Yes. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much. Again, I can never stress enough to repeat it, and I know I'm like boring you by repeating it, but thank you so much. I live for your comments. And they show me character. They show that I have so interesting and deep human beings looking at what I, and listening to what I have to say. It's incredible. And it's just mind blowing, really, and it makes me grow so much spiritually. intellectually as well, but spiritually mostly, because I feel that love in those comments. And that literally makes me believe that we have a future, that there is hope, that humans do seek out other humans that are like them, you know. And this means if you've seeked me out, you are like me in some way or form or shape or emotion. And so we unite. And the bigger we get, the more this channel grows, you know, the stronger, more powerful we grow. And it's like literally like this snowball effect. You let it roll and it just like grows bigger and bigger and bigger. But we're attracting light. We're attracting the positive. We're attracting the love, you know, and the energy and the electricity. And that's something, you know, I don't want to say other channels don't have, but a lot of them don't have. And we have that. We have that here. And so I'm going to, as long as I can, you know, as long as I'm here standing, nourish that and create that soil and that canvas, you know, for all of this amazing, all of these amazing flowers and plants to grow. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this video. If you have, please do thumb it up. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Said it a billion times. I'm going to repeat it again. Never give up on love. Love you guys. Bye.